everybody. Let me try that again. Hi, everybody. All right. I need some love up here. I am sweating bullets, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my life before Nerium 6 months ago. My husband and I had 3 babies under 3, accidentally. Just don't tell the third one that, please. And my husband, God love him, would go to work every morning at 5 a.m. before the sun even, came out, and snuck out of the house, and would come home close to 5 p.m. 17 years he's been in road construction. He'd come home smelling like diesel and be covered in asphalt. And it was a very unhealthy and unhappy environment at times. And I became a brand partner in December when a good friend gently pushed for 4 months me to try this product. And I did have every excuse in the book. It wasn't until my birthday, January, that I convinced 6 of my friends that we were going to go to dinner in LA, and also we're going to stop and listen to Jeff Olson. And that night changed my course in this company. January, I walked up to Jeff Olson after that event. I looked him right in the eye and said, I'm going to be an NMD by this summer. And I'm sure, he literally kind of said, yeah, okay. That was his reaction. But you can imagine I had a baby strapped on me, okay? I probably hadn't slept in, 3 months at the time. She was so new. And I walked away knowing now that he probably looked at me and said, there goes another one of those cuckoos. So I made that decision. That was it. No one was going to stop me. Nobody was going to stand in my way. I wasn't going to have excuses. I was only going to have results. And I love you, honey, but he was not necessarily supportive in the beginning, nor was my family and some of my closest friends. I still remember pulling over and crying on the side of the road when a couple people in my life didn't believe in this. But I knew that I didn't have to look them in the eye and tell them one day that I didn't have a college fund for you. I knew the people doubting me had nothing to do with who I had to tell one day, I'm sorry, honey, you can't go to that college. So I will say that I came home and earned my car in a couple weeks, and that's when my husband wanted to be supportive. Go get that car. The Lexus convertible showed up in the driveway. Frank came home from work in asphalt and diesel and said, I think I want to know more about this business. He started pouring wine at every RRP. His wardrobe quickly started to look like Jeff Olson's. Every night, and still to this day, Nerium shirts every day, every night. I think he has, 7 for every day of the week. And I started quickly realizing that one person can change a community, and my community started changing. My friends, my family's lives all around us were changing. But I was still going to bed every night next to my husband, his life wasn't necessarily changing. So I thought, I'm going to get him to the Vegas Bash. He's going to think he's going golfing Because that's what he told me. I'll go to Vegas with you. I'm going to go golfing every day, all day with a buddy, but you guys, we'll hang out with you at night. That's not what happened. Vegas really changed my husband. And he sat in that seat where you're all sitting, didn't leave for anything. We left Vegas Bash and partied, of course, yes, but we didn't stop the party. We came home to San Diego and we partied every single night, multiple parties, through April, through May, and we hit NMD in May. We don't have any direct sales experience. We've never done anything like this before. We just knew we were ready to change our lives and give our children more and take as many friends and family along for the ride, and the same friends and family that wanted to see change in their lives. I do have to share this little story. We did hit NMD in May, and we went to that regional a few days later in Anaheim. And my husband, who doesn't really say much, kind of quiet, we walked across that stage for the first time. His hands were sweating. I mean, I said, "Are you going to say something, or am I?" No, I don't know yet. We're walking across stage. Stiff arms me out of the way. I'm standing here. He's in front of the mic. Okay, this was a change. And he proceeds to tell everybody at the regional that if you know Bill Butler in San Diego, he's my boss. I'm putting my 2 weeks in on Monday. And he did. And his boss turned around and looked at him and said, "Can I get a bottle?" And now we're trying to get as many of the road construction friends on board as we can. So another person that I love so much is my baby sister. Well, I love my middle sister too. Sorry, Melissa. But my little sister told me when I first approached her about this business, she said, "I'm a college professor. I have a PhD. I'm an academic. I teach at 4 universities. I can't look at your opportunity right now." I'm here to tell you that my little sister earned her car in 53 days. And my sister and my brother-in-law are going to make me a 1-star. So don't give up on your friends and family. I just want you all to know that my life has been forever changed. I now know that I've left a lasting legacy for my children. Something my kids can be proud of me for. And I know that if God were to say that my time here is done, I just know in my heart that all my Nerium friends and family will take care of them for forever. So thank you.
Oh, my lights. I was so close. I was so close. I was so close. Um, hello? Welcome to this Q Sciences stream that we're gonna be looking at Mariel Filippone. She I thought it was important to listen to her Nerium story and how much Nerium changed her life, and then listening to her launching techniques in Q Sciences. I was gonna do the Q sleep spray, but I'm gonna do that on a different day because I got distracted. I was like, yeah, Q Scientist sleep spray. I've already covered this before. And then I saw Mariel Filippone, and then I saw the TV, and then I saw that she had an origin story, and I couldn't help it. So here I am. Here I am. I'm gonna take my name off the screen because y'all know who I am. I'm DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I'm working on being a network marketing nightmare, and I'm trying to take down multi-level marketing companies one PowerPoint roast at a time. Just kidding. I mean, I don't think that's actually gonna happen where, like, my PowerPoint roasts are gonna do anything meaningful to the company, but they're fun to do. So, hero! Hero, hero, hero. How's everyone doing? We're going to be speeding this up. It is we cannot do a 3-hour stream for a 30-minute call. We cannot do it today because I gotta do other stuff. So, hero. I'm glad y'all like the network marketing nightmare. I just feel like, that's what I want to be. I want to be a nightmare to network marketing, not in kind of a disrupting kind of way. So, hero. Let me I mostly just want to talk to you all. Beth, hello. Perry, hello. Kirsten. Let me pin a comment really quickly because I know. I'm not gonna stop doing the 3-hour lives. It's just I can't do it today because I gotta clean stuff. You know what I mean? And my mom's back finally. I'm finishing my smoothie. I've got my water. I've got my second drink. I'm just hydrated, and we're gonna be taking hour breaks because I gotta get up and walk around. It's a long story. Let me put this in. I know that Jesse Lee Ward has passed away. I will not be addressing or answering questions in this stream. All of my JLW videos will remain visible without monetization. Is that good? Okay. Okay. I'm going to pin this. We're good to go. Let me pull up her video. I guess we'll just stream it from YouTube. That's fine. We'll just stream it from YouTube. We're going to open programs, open websites, go to Q Sciences. And we're going to go to There we go. Close this. Mariel. Sorry. We are going to share this screen. Share screen. Mariel. If it's echoing, please tell me. And we are going to add. I have this one set up. Why is this one messed up now? Y'all changed? They literally changed the sizing. Unless it's me. Is it me? Listen, can I just say this? They had a template. This was set up correctly for the template before, and then this template is not set up correctly because I was lined up before. Forget it. Does it matter? No. Hello, Clown Town. And I have low latency turned on, so I can catch comments. I did the disclaimer. Yep. I did the disclaimer already. We're on target. Yeah, don't worry. I've got it. I'm not I'm going to be I'll have to use if I need to use the hammer of Thor, I will. And I have the comments pulled up and I can block people. So, I'm here to can do both. So, after I fix this title. There it is. I got both up. I have both up. Okay, here we go.
For you, please welcome to the stage the miraculous Mariel the Firecracker Filippone!
What? Why did we not do this consistently? But that's okay. Go off. Mariel Filippone, Black Diamond Ambassador and Advisory Council. So, not allegedly. This Mariel Filippone is the upline or was the upline of Tara and Mike. Tara specifically, because Mike, I don't think was in Q Sciences. He was just taking Q Science products, and from what I understand, the information that was presented, he failed his drug test because of because he took Q Science's twist that had so much THC in it, allegedly. So, learn to not peek the mic. Yeah, I feel like I need Taishe, what's up? Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna speed this up. If she talks slow, we're gonna speed it up. Music. Let's go, music. Q, welcome home, Q Science is the worst. Oh, here we go. We're lined up now. Even though we weren't lined up before. What are we doing? Dancing? Okay. We're still dancing. Okay.
I love you. That song just does it for me. Thank you, Dwayne. Babe, take notes. I think that song needs to make an appearance
Why are we
somewhere else.
about this?
So, hello! Woo!
He was trying. Let me tell you this. Okay, here's the snark notes. Tara and Mike. Tara was in Q Sciences. She was a top leader. Mike is her husband, and he, in midlife, in his 40s, wanted to become a firefighter. And the firehouse that he was attempting to join was okay with his age. And so he, according to him, doesn't take drugs, doesn't do anything except take Q Sciences products. He took the Q Sciences calm, I think, and it's supposed to have they all on their Zoom calls say this product contains no THC. You could never fail a drug test. Blah blah blah, and Aaron has a video of like 6 minutes of just speaker after speaker saying like there's no THC in our products, and then Mike goes for his drug test for becoming a firefighter, and he fails. Not just a little over the limit, a shit ton. And he says to himself, what the hell? I haven't taken anything. What are you talking about? And they're like, one and done. You can't join. You failed. No excuses. Hammer of Thor. And he's like, what the hell? So he's like, this is the only thing I'm taking. And so Tara goes to Q Sciences and says, look, this is the only thing my husband's taking. He just failed his drug test for the fire department. And can you like look into this? The code on the back to scan to see the lot number testing is broken. And Q Sciences said, well, you're probably just taking too much product. What? It wasn't just a little bit over the allowable amount. You know how there could be 0.3% whatever 0.3. I don't know what the right thing is, but there could be like equal or less than 0.3% THC in this product or whatever it is. There wasn't that. They sent off the same product, a different lot number, but the same type of product to get tested at a lab. It came back with like 3.75. You have to look at the stream. I'm not good with the math, but Delta 8 and Delta 9, huge amounts in the CBD calm twist, whatever it's called. And so they tried to go to Q privately to get it taken care of. They were like, no, it's you, probably secondhand smoke, probably you taking too much, blah, blah, blah. And come to find out it's the product. And so she gets terminated from Q Sciences, and then Brandon smears their name on his socials. Mariel, this lady over here, is their upline, and she doesn't give a shit either. So it's wild.
Man, so exciting to be back there and be sweating through my suit. So fun. Hello to all of you that are new. Jackie just challenged me to not say one particular word 6 times, she said. So I'm really going to try. Some of my helpers are passing out a form, or they're going to. Done. Wow, you are good. He's too quick, Britt. He's too quick. You got to work on that.
Oh, kid.
Okay.
Censor. Hold on.
How many times? How many times?
There we go.
Okay, I was given the topic. First, I'll talk about these beautiful people, right? The one in that little purple dress happens to turn 11 today.
So you're missing her birthday. Wow.
We, unlike Brandon, don't have favorites.
Thank you.
That we talk about out loud. But she sure entered our house with extreme joy. In fact, she came 3.5 weeks early. She had such FOMO already. She's built a lot like me, for some reason. So of course I naturally love her. I love them all. One of them's a little bit more of a challenger. He's much like his father. And then the oldest one's a bit of both of us, which is really fun. So anyhow, these are our gorgeous offspring.
Did I spell censor
And I've
right?
said this before, and for those of you that don't know me, some of you have heard this, so I apologize in advance.
Okay.
But I married this like handsome, dark-skinned Italian man, and I'm thinking I'll never have to buy sunscreen. They're gonna come out just nice and tan and dark with this beautiful skin.
What? Why are we being so... I don't know. Maybe I'm just like hypersensitive about all the commentary, especially after yesterday, what Brandon Stevens said about his kids and his wife. Oh, like what the hell's going on? Why am I? What? Just like Brandon yesterday, Tiffany, we're on the same wavelength. Oh, Wendy, if you missed it, yesterday, Brandon Stevens said, I have 2 tall white kids and 2 short Asian kids. And then he said, I can only handle one Vietnamese woman. I can't. It was just wild what he said. And his wife was on stage and she's laughing nervously after he said all that. And it's like, can I say what a lint liquor? I don't know. It was inappropriate. It was wild. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And well, Anyways,
Her
I
kids
got a text
are
message
light-skinned and not
recently from somebody in the company,
tan.
and we've been working together a little bit more closely. So I don't know if Carrie's out there, but Carrie and I have been chatting, and she said, you know, what do you mean by launch? That's my topic, by the way. I think. But I said, you don't know what the word launch is or launching? And she said, well, what do you explain as launching, right? And I said, and how long you been with the company? Right?
Hold on. She has a clip of Doctor Strange asking the person to teach him.
And so, there we go. This is the image that I literally immediately had when I received this message from Carrie that, oh gosh, people just need to know, and they're just begging us to teach them how, right? So if you've had one person join your team, or you would like somebody to join your team, the most important part of the process then is launching their business. Okay, we're gonna get into that. So when you think of the word launch, what do you think of? What comes to mind immediately?
A spaceship?
Oh, rocket. That's what came to my mind. I did not pay them to say that. Rocket, right? That's what came to my mind.
She asked a question. The audience answered, why is this a good speech? What is going on?
Immediately when I think of that word, right? Apparently after this weekend, launching onto my husband's also going to be part of our dialogue. But launching is launching a business, launching a career. We call it launching. We don't call it driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, you're going to be I can't say asshole. You're going to be condescending in your speech. How wonderful. Can I just say, I'm just going to say this. From someone who's like made courses for people like video wise, and I'm not an audio engineer. I obviously have some audio issues on my own channel, but I like understand what they are. I can edit stuff to a point, or I've worked with audio engineers when they fix shit and I put it together in the course. And I made a course. I mean, I've made some courses for people. I've made other courses. I've done lots of stuff. Why do you have a microphone on and you're grabbing audio from the auditorium? This is not they're not capturing the audio from her mic. They're capturing audio from the speakers. It's like free range capture of audio. Whatever's coming out of the speakers to the audience, that's what they're grabbing. There's no digital input where they're getting a closed system of audio that could have made this great. It sounds like trash, and I will stand behind that statement.
We don't call it strolling, walking. We call it launching for a reason. You've heard this before, success loves speed. So launch your people or relaunch yourself. You can relaunch your business as often as you would like. Jake has said it before so many times in the 5.5 years that we've been a part of this company. We've received incredible mentorship. But sometimes when he has said something or other people have said something, I'm guilty of this, I'm sure you are, you don't necessarily absorb it or you don't necessarily understand it in that moment, but you do hear it later.
And you know what I could have done, I guess? I can edit this audio. I could have like cleaned it up a little bit, but like that's not my job. That's Q Science's job. Like, what are y'all doing? I don't understand. I just like, did you not pay the people like putting on this event? I mean, you obviously have some technical skill. You're streaming it. You have two things on, presenting to the audience. You're capturing the PowerPoint. You're capturing the person. You set this up. Like, huzzah, good for you. Like, why didn't we? So, for example, let's say I'm talking to someone on a stream. I can record locally on my computer, digitally through Audacity, or I can press the record button on my soundboard. Not everyone has a soundboard. I get it. I don't care. I can record locally. So it's not me. It's not whatever the internet is accepting as the sound, because you can have drops in internet clarity, whatever that is. If I am just saying, look, I'm going to have a conversation with someone, and then I'm going to have my locally recorded audio to replace over whatever the program does, and you're going to get really clear, crispy goodness. And you could have done that with this, but what do I know? Nothing. I'm just raging.
And he recently did an amazing training with a lot of council members where he talked about being excited, getting excited. When I look at the launch document form, it doesn't necessarily excite me.
You know what's so
right?
shitty about
Because
this?
it's a full
They have I can't say that. They have the worst logo I've ever seen for an event on top of a background that's dark, where you're creating unnecessary borders. Why do we need for you to have Q Sciences on your PowerPoint presentation when you could have made this bigger? Fill up the screen. It's just not what I would have picked as a marketer, as a graphic designer, as a whatever I am.
form. People that are sevens and that love to party and that have FOMO don't love filling out forms. If you know what that means. Enneagram 7. Anyways, okay? But it's so important.
Yes.
So you got to be excited about it. And people will feel your excitement and your energy every step along your journey in your Q business as you grow your business. So you can get excited about this weekend. You can get excited about something they announce next month. Get excited about every little thing the company gives you as reasons to go back to relaunch your business. There are so many OGs in the room. You know who you are.
Original game.
That are ride or die Q, no matter what, that have been here for 5.5 years, just like Mr. Stevens, Judy Stevens, Frank, and I, right? And we relaunch ourselves. We get creative. We find new ways to share.
You find new ways to share because your products can't be trusted. She didn't say that. God, I hate it when that happens.
You have a launch document there for you to kind of fill out and fill in some notes.
Who did this? We cannot see what this says. IQ Smart Launch. The most important things you can bring to your Q business are work ethic, work ethic, desire, commitment, and the ability to be coachable. Why doesn't Q saying, oh, you need to be coachable, but we're not going to be coachable because when we find out that there's THC in our product, we're just going to slander. Oh, wait. Maybe not slander. We're just going to smear the name of the people who told us this in private when we had the opportunity to fix it. And we're just going to say, not us, not those reliable test results, just you, you're out, and Brandon Stevens is in. Okay, good job, Q Sciences.
The number one thing I will say about this document, and it's not necessarily on this document in front of you because it's in your ARC app, and some of your team leaders have their own launch document to follow along with. This is just an example. This is not the end all be all at all.
Who cares? Not we don't care. Oh, your fake humility. Just say this is a document. It's helpful. Use it or don't. Damn, I'm kind of angry today. Why am I like this? I don't know.
Okay? I believe launches should be quick, concise, get to the point. They should not take very long at all. Okay? The most important part of launching is helping people invite their network to take a look at what we have. And I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But what's also very important is making sure and write this on the top of the document, and you write this on every single new ambassador's document, or you make sure
you realize that you could have been having a conversation, and if your sound team actually knew what the hell they were doing, they could turn the volume up on your microphone, not just made it more sensitive. You could speak in a tone, but they could have turned the volume up in the audience so that they could have heard what you were saying without blasting your vocal cords. I say this to highlight the lack of professionalism in this convention that Q Sciences threw, And they're saying we're it. We're the end all be all. We're the best. We're doing things differently. Yeah, you are doing things differently because the sound is awful. It shows it just shows to me lack of professionalism, lack of money to put on a convention that actually is respectful to the people who've given you a shit ton of money. And I say this as a graphic designer and someone who's been in marketing for 15 years. So go pound sand, Q Sciences, just as you told Tara and Mike to do. Okay?
They write it word for word. Set my subscription to the first, second, or third of the month. The reason why Jake says the first to the fifth, and that's typically, yes, very correct.
Yeah.
But I'm a numbers gal, and I looked at the next 12 months already because I'm also a businesswoman. And I know each of you want to have a successful business for the next year, 5 and 10 years, right?
Look, they're like unsure. They're like, oh my God, I don't know. Like what should we say? What's so different? You notice the intro video that I did, how full the arena was and how they clapped and how it filled, I don't know, the talk. And then we hear like, yeah, me too. Like clap, clap. Like we don't know if we're supposed to be cheering or not because she's yelling at us. Oh my God.
Thank you, two of you. Okay, actually, the two that are making probably the most money other than these two want to have a successful business 5 and 10 years from now.
Oh yeah, 4 people in the audience want to have a successful business because they're actually making money and maybe nobody else is. Got it. Good job, Mariel.
Okay, your subscription over the next 12 months, the first, second, and third fall on the next 7 out of 12 months. First, second, or third. The reason why that's important is you get paid based on being commission qualified when your subscription runs. Okay? So make sure that your subscription runs today, and you want to teach that to your team.
Oh, so we're teaching them to inflate my commission check by buying stuff even if I don't need it. You know who doesn't put me on a subscription? Target. You know who doesn't put me on a subscription? Walmart. Unless I want to have Walmart deliver stuff to me if I maybe lack mobility, which I've used before. Thank you so much for the super chat. Andy's Web said something they taught us in theater that helped me when giving presentations. Don't yell, project. It will save your vocal cords and people can hear you in the back. I need to hire someone for voice. Like, I don't want voice lessons to learn how to sing. I want voice lessons to learn how to speak because I know I need it. I know I need like help with that. Let me give you a good soundbite.
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor? Stinky McStink face. For a good clean feeling, no matter what.
For a good clean feeling, no matter what. We got all those yesterday from Chelsea. We also got this one.
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
What the French, Toast?
Did you think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen?
I'm sorry. I love all those sound bites. Speech therapy. I take it. It can help you with that. Oh my God. I'll look into it. Andy's Web. I'll look into it. I'm being naughty because I'm listening to live at work. Oh my God. I love it. Life and Vibe. I love that. How did your tests and stuff go? I think you sound perfectly fine speaking into the microphone and are not yelling at us. I do try not to yell. There are times when I feel like if I could speak a little bit better, then it would be beneficial to the audience. And I struggle saying some words. So I'm not talking about like changing my accent or my twang or anything like that. It's just sometimes I don't know. I just want to get better at a few things, you know?
That's imperative to have a long-term, sustainable business year after year. We're here 5.5 years in. We have a very healthy residual check. I'm not returning it.
Yes, like enunciation. I know I can listen to really good like news reporters and how they communicate and being able to make it an more interesting way to deliver a message and how I like tonation and stuff like that or tonality. I don't know, like what you're saying, but like actually speaking, it's a long story, but it is how do I say this? It feels like I don't have enough room in my mouth. It just is like it's crowded in there, you know? Yeah, the vocal fry is off the charts, clock. You do not have a twang. Look, I've never said Sheriff. Maybe I have said it. I cannot say it correctly because I go full. I pronounce it Shureph. You know what I mean? Like it goes, there's some words that it just goes downhill. I swallow my words when speaking American English, but enunciate clearly when speaking British English. Love all the weird stuff of multilingualism. Oh, I can't. Water. Uh, yeah. Water is not probably bad. I say sheriff, which is wrong. Share. I can't even say it. Sheriff. Share. I say sheriff. I can't do it. Still recovering from surgery, but doing much better. Gotcha. When all your siblings make fun of you for it, it's a memorable thing to not want to say it. I do not talk with a Boston accent. My dad used to, and then he went to school in Florida, and then he worked in Texas, and he lost it on purpose when he was in sales. So, sheriff. Yep. I'm a Southerner, and I struggle with saying oil. I think I put too many I don't know, too many things in oil. I say it like Oyull. Oh wow. Chimney, drawl, ain't, y'all, and many others. Yep. When I was in college, I suddenly had a weird Texas accent when I would speak Spanish. Super weird. Oh my gosh. Yes, Lynn. Yep. I can say Worcestershire somehow. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
And it's a lot of people that have been on subscription from years ago that we've just educated and taught the difference of getting paid earlier in the month, right? Who doesn't want a paycheck earlier in the month than later? It's really important.
Nobody cheered.
Okay? Because when you do get paid earlier in the month,
bye, Hannah. Have a good day.
You can show people that you've been paid. Now, I don't mean in a tacky way, right? You have to do it with some class, but more people are more likely to join you because they would also like to receive an earlier check in the month.
As long as you can yell at people aggressively on stage, you got the job. What is interesting about having the same high pitch, aggressive words where there's not any lulls, there's not any like raises and lowers, so it's interesting and it gives people a break to listen to. Where's the pauses? Not for waiting for clapping, but for people to take the information in. And you can also do that with moving your body as you're talking about a point, and you can really I don't know, hit a point home, whatever it is. You can really like put exclamation points on different ideas that you're talking about when you move and you say something and you pause. And then you move again and you say the next idea and you pause. Like you can do all of these different things. Can I do that because I'm sitting at a desk? No. Do I still need help? Yes.
based on what they've done, right? Or they're going to do. Now, the really important thing about launching someone's business correctly is the person sitting across from you has a lot of faith and hope they've put into you as their enroller. And you, as the enroller, you're looking for your next business partner through that person. So the launch is
Dear God, your whoever set these microphones up, it's awful. Just
imperative to you. It's important to them to get wins, absolutely, 1,000%. But the launch is very important for you as well. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Now, I like.
Oh, is it Worcestershire? I don't know. I like how they're like, oh yeah, we have products that we sell to customers, but let me tell you about converting those customers to distributors. They're always about it. And if the product is good, then why isn't it good enough for someone just to be a customer? Why wouldn't the company reward people more for having customers than they do having distributors? Because they know the distributors are going to spend well and above the amount of money that the customers are going to spend. Because they have to be a product of the fucking product.
I like two things.
Brushi? Hello.
About launching someone's business. There's strategic ways that you can help someone launch, right? Launching someone's business does not involve, or launching your own business does not involve a post on social media.
Oh, that's what
a
I
couple
wanted.
of posts on social media. That's okay. And strategically, you might want to do a soft launch. It's the only time I like the word soft, by the way.
Why are we doing this? Look. Talk however you want to. It is an odd dichotomy for them to be hyper modest about what women can and cannot wear, how they should show up with their hair and their no oily hair. They need to have showered. They need to wear deodorant. They need to wear a shirt and shoes, and women cannot be immodest, blah, blah, blah. And then we're making all of these, or we're alluding to SEX. I don't want to get my video demonetized. I'm just sick of fighting every single flag. Yes, sexual innuendos. Yeah, they keep doing this. Rivka, what's up? That's like her 5th sexual innuendo in this speech, yeah. And it's like, is your spouse okay with you doing this? Okay. Also, is it appropriate to do it on a stage? Okay. Is it weird that the company that you're with is hyper focused on modesty for women and then you're doing this? And then how are you not also standing up against all the shit that they're saying that women have to do that men don't have to do? Yes, that's true, Erica. You're correct.
If it's strategic and it'll make you money, I like
You're good. I'll fight it. It's fine.
it. But you want to also implement a hard launch. Okay? You can do teaser posts, kind of piquing interest, soft in the beginning. But once your network knows you're a part of Q, you can't go back to the soft, right? Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to be cheering for you. You need to have a better speech.
Following along with the document here, and unfortunately I cannot see it. You want to download the ARC app immediately if you have not done so already. It's okay. I'm just going to wing it. I promise I'm supposed to go to the...
Why didn't you have a backup on stage with you since you're such a top leader in Q Sciences that you could have had an iPad with you? You could have had a printout of the document with you? What? You know who got a failing grade on a project because maybe not failing, but I lost almost half the points I could have done in school for graphic design because they said, half of it is creating the file, and half of it is producing it. And the file was so big that I made it in such an adolescent way that we couldn't print it. It was impossible. There was a bug, and also it was too big. And my teacher said, the world isn't going to care about your excuses. You have to be prepared. So don't ever put yourself in this position in the future. You're the one that has to make sure that you don't drop the ball.
Is it ophthalmologist? Optometrist? Optical person? To get new glasses? I'm too vain and I don't like the way they look on me.
Oh, good. Well, cheers to your privilege, lady.
That's been my procrastination. And I can see why now. Can't see why now. Okay, so make sure that every new ambassador has the
Hype, shock, and awe, and alert to keep people interested. I just feel like there's a more elevated, sophisticated way to be able to have conversations on stage and tell stories and draw people in than just like, yeah, let's hit him with a sledgehammer. Okay. Like the shock, whatever the shock marketing piece, like, okay, we get it.
ARC app. But also, that has nothing to do with your success or lack thereof. It is just an
That's true. That's a good point, Andy. I'm just irritated and I'm not being fair to her. So I can at least be self-aware enough about myself to say that.
extra tool. Sometimes people tell me I have to study everything.
No, I haven't seen the ads. I've seen some ads, but if it's about JLW, I don't want to talk about it in the chat, if that's okay.
The ARC app or study everything on the website. And I right away go, oh, you don't actually need to do any of that. Somebody, I think it might have been Tina, asked me today how many fruits and veggies were in the greens. I still don't know the answer.
Okay, cool. If it's not about JLW, that's sweet. I haven't seen it. Feel free to share.
I think Jenna said 20, 10, I don't even know. It doesn't matter, right? I am here for the business. I'm here to support somebody start their business, launch their business, and you should all have that framework as well, that mindset as well. So downloading the app is important, yes, but not necessarily as important as a couple other things here.
Yep.
The most important part of launching someone's business is going through their list of names, making sure it's organized. That's your book of business. And then making sure that you set 3 dates on the calendar minimally to have events to educate your network on what Q is, inviting people to take a look. Now, the invite does not have to be complicated. Brooke Lloyd did an amazing job of sharing how to just kind of ask somebody to take.
There's side note. There's an Aspire tour ad that I keep seeing that JLW was supposed to speak at in November, and I keep getting it on my phone, and they haven't, from what I understand, removed the ad with her in it. And that's what I was thinking of when you asked about the Ed Milet stuff. So I'm trying to navigate the space and do, focus on the stream, and it's just been a process trying to figure all this out and do the best I can, since this is my own channel and it's just me running stuff and the mods helping me out. So
Take a look, right? So I don't need to repeat that. So you just need to make sure that you're asking people to get their eyes and ears on it before everyone else. Who doesn't like to know about a secret sale before everyone else is let in, right? Like, is that just
only if the company does not have enough product to meet the demand? That's the only time I want to know about something early. Or if I know a product that I want to buy and I know they always sell out, I would put a reminder on my phone to open it up to be able to buy it if I needed it and I wanted it and see if I could get it. That's the only time. And that's the company's fault for not understanding the demand of their product and not doing enough in production to have what people want to buy. Okay? Like, it's a marketing tactic. Oh, who wants to get it on it early? If it runs out, fine. That's still the company's fault.
just me? I don't do that, honey. But anyways, the why
Whoa.
is
Yeah, like let us know, Eric. I'm down to talk about it for sure.
next in terms of the importance level that is on this document. Understanding your new business partner's why for doing this. And I know that it's uncomfortable for people to ask their friends and family to take a look. I know that all the things go through our minds on why we're so scared, why the phone feels heavy to pick up, why it's hard.
Why? Why don't you tell us why that feels hard?
I get all that.
What do you get? Potentially compromising an a familial or platonic relationship or a work relationship that cannot be fixed because you've used the bridge of connection that you've built on mutual trust and respect, and then you've weighted their side with a pitch for a multi-level marketing product, and potentially that pitch that breaks the bridge that you don't get to have that connection the same way with that person ever again. So go on and tell us that you understand because you've made enough money that you don't care about the relationships you lost.
But when you're really convicted in your why you're doing this, everything else goes away. And you
Disrespectfully, that mindset is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. And if I don't even know if people who watch my channel are still in multi-level marketing and they're thinking about getting out. I don't know necessarily how big that audience is. I know a lot of people watch my channel who've never been in or who've gotten out. But if you're in and you have trepidation about compromising your relationship with your friends and family over a multi-level marketing pitch, let me tell you from personal experience, do not compromise that relationship with a pitch. It's not worth it. Not being able to get that friendship back, not worth it. It's not worth it. Money is not worth the loss of a friendship. Money is not worth the loss of a connection with a family member because they don't trust you anymore because you ask them to look at a multi-level marketing product you know they don't want. Okay.
Please welcome.
Great. Good job, DC.
friends and family to take a look. I know that all the things go through our minds on why we're so scared, why the phone feels heavy to pick up,
That's true,
why it's
Wendy.
hard. I get all that. But when you're really convicted in your why you're doing this, everything else goes away. And you feel like it's so easy to have people take a look. When your back is up against the wall.
Your why, it's a MLM term. Why are you doing this business? Why are you working 2 jobs? Why are you sacrificing buying what you need to be able to support your family? Like, it's your why. In lots of companies, they say your why should make you cry. It should be something that is in your sales pitches. That's why we've heard so many top leaders talk about how they grew up in poverty, how they grew up without, how they've gone from like unhoused state to multi-million dollars, or on having addiction to no addiction now. It's this hero origin story that should compel other people to believe and purchase your product or opportunity. That's what that why is on this sheet, and that's what that means.
For some reason, you're able to do a lot more to fight for your family.
Yes. Wendy says your story. Exactly. I'm like, I'm going to use 100 words. And Wendy's like, this. And I'm like, I should have said that. Your why is your story.
Family, right? So a little bit of our story, because we weren't always, Q Sciences, leaders.
You're in Nerium. That's how we played that video at the beginning.
We weren't always up here doing things like this. In fact, I asked Frank earlier, I said, oh, you should come up on stage. And he was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, because you actually used to speak on stages where they had good sound and they had good video, and now we're here with a home setup and awful audio. Okay, go off.
Not quite Judy's level yet, Frank's been up here. He's done his time.
Kalaka, she's a black diamond. She's been a black diamond for a while. She's huge. I think she took her Nerium team, allegedly, over to Q.
But I couldn't throw him on the spot, I don't think.
And again, this is an interesting hypocrisy because her husband, when we heard the opening story, he's on stage, he pushed her out of the way, and he made a statement. So it's just interesting the differences that we're listening now compared with the story that we just heard at the beginning of this stream that she said herself.
Anyhow, still wondering. But he worked in road construction for nearly 18 years.
I'm gonna let her keep playing. I'm just gonna go stand up and walk around. I'll be right back.
And we had 3 babies within 39 months.
What?
Right? Anybody else?
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that.
3 and 39 months. 3? There's like 2 of you? 3 of you? Okay. We figured out what was causing that. Right? Okay. But when he was leaving one morning at 4:45 in the morning, and I had all 3 of them like screaming within minutes, I wanted to throw shoes at him. That was the first thing I could grab. Like, you are not leaving me with all of these monsters, right? To go work in road construction to help our family, right? And I remember thinking, this cannot be what our future looks like. This is not it. I drive by the guys on freeways in the bright neon vests, and they were, a lot of them, I hate to generalize, but a lot of them, unfortunately did not have healthy eating habits, work environments. He'd come home smelling like gasoline and diesel and fuel and all the things. And I thought, this cannot be great long term. So I desperately wanted to change the future and the trajectory of our family's story. Something inside you has to be getting you, backing you up into the wall, getting you okay to go reach out and invite more people to take a look, right? Sometimes that feeling, that burning desire has to present itself. So you've got to ask your ambassador, why? Why are you doing this? And it can't be, the answer cannot be because I want to bring extra income into my home. We all want to do that. There has to be a deeper why.
Why? Why does there have to be a deeper why? Why? I'm just asking. Why? Because your product cannot stand on its own without a trauma dump. Is that why?
It's going to get you to make 50 to 100 phone calls and to message people. And you can revisit that a year later when you've maybe accomplished what you want to accomplish, or maybe you haven't yet, and you haven't dug deep enough to figure out truly what that why is. Or a more meaningful why, again, that makes you feel like you can reach out to more people. That's really what this comes down to. So in that launch process, you also want to make sure that you're securing those 3 dates minimally with your sponsor and someone else. I do not like to launch a new person without at least 2 other people on the launch call or face-to-face.
Why? So that shows that people are interested and that they can see that other people are doing this too. Why do you need to have all those people there? If the product and opportunity is good enough, why is it not good enough to say to one person who wants to do the opportunity without pressuring them with the presence of other people? I'm out of breath because I just walked upstairs and walked over and then walked downstairs. And now I'm back and I got to do this every hour. Oh.
I always will. I'll call Kristen White and put her on speaker and say, hey, I've got Kate here in my living room, right? Kate, where are you? Kate's come over a couple of times. She's getting closer and closer to having her launch party. We're doing
Cults leave clues. Cults leave clues. That's all I'm going to say.
Doing something at a gym next week. We're excited. A couple days. So you can handhold somebody as well. It doesn't matter which speed people go at here, but remember,
that's a lie. She just said that speed matters. What was it in the talk at the beginning? She just said here speed doesn't matter, and in either the intro video or at the beginning of this speech, she said speed does matter.
For the launching can be something that you really attack because, again, success loves speed.
speed doesn't matter, but success loves speed. I'm confused. I'm so confused. Hello, Anne-Marie. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
So in setting those dates, making sure they work and that you get some good invites out. The inviting is the most important part. Sitting there with somebody. I've seen Katie Bristow do this so brilliantly on Zoom with somebody. Helping that person invite, specifically sitting there. Brandon does it too. We learned this from Brandon. Sitting there listening on Zoom, how they're inviting people to take a look to come to their launch party or their launch Zoom. You do not get off a launch call or a Zoom without them having 10 confirmed guests, minimally. And then at the grand opening launch party, Zoom, or in-person event, you're closing their friends and family on the concept.
You're closing their friends and family on the concept. What in the cult are we talking about right now? Holy moly! Yeah, you just missed all the innuendo of her speech. I mean, the sexual innuendo.
And this is what Brandon has done so great in teaching a lot of us, that you give people an A, B, or C option.
That's every single multi-level marketing company on the planet. Mary Kay does that, and it's been around longer than Q Sciences. Avon does that, and they've been around since the 1900s, like the 1890s. I don't remember. They've been around a long time. That's what Amway does. That's what so many multi-level marketing companies do. And she's like, "Oh, Brandon does this so well." What are you talking about?
A welcome onto the team because they're excited to join you as an ambassador or customer, right? It's a beat, but I have questions. That's okay. We take somebody through the questions that they have. Or C, they do become a customer. You notice there's no option for anything else, right? We just don't give them a choice. I'm kidding. You lock them up in your closet and you don't let them out until they give you your credit card, and that's it.
And look, I make long content. I could clip this in such a bad way and just say like, "Oh, look at this," which is why I don't do it, because I don't have a ton of ethics, but I've got some left in my soul. God.
You guys all need some Q Sport today or something. Why don't you just lay out some powder, Q Sport, and just kidding.
Shove their face into it? What are you... This is not funny. Doing something against people's will isn't a joke. This isn't funny to me. I'm sorry. This is not funny to me. This is not funny to me.
It's a PG convention with my little nephew Jude here. I was going to say, just lick that powder like a pixie stick, right?
Oh, you were alluding to them snorting it. Okay.
Or wait.
Sorry.
Why don't you just lay out some powder, Q Sport, and just kidding.
Yes.
It's a PG convention with my little nephew Jude here. I was going to say, just lick that powder like a pixie stick, right? Or wait, what do you do with the white stick that you... Fun dip! Fun dip. Y'all need some Q Sport fun dip. That's what you need. Okay. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but we're revamping the rewards program so you can cross that out on your document. It's actually, I've heard of some things that are coming that are going to be a lot stronger than this, which is really exciting, less confusing, a lot more benefits to the customer and ambassadors. We're just going to cross that out. But you never end a launch call without confirmed launches on the books, right? And then the
PG, but you're talking about screwing your husband. Yeah. I don't know.
most important part is the sponsors that show up to the launch. It's important that you're there. And again, like I said, you're always looking for your next ambassador on the launch, at the launch parties, the launch events. You know, if you haven't seen Sarah's tap rooting talk.
She just said Tara. Oh my God. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I got a message. Aaron B's. Hold on. Where is Aaron? I'm listening to a stream right now of Mariel Filippone, and she's doing a talk on launching from Q Convention, and she just did a Freudian slip and said Tara. Oh my god. Holy crap.
Try to find that. Sarah Spencer's tap rooting talk is incredible. Hopefully somebody's got it on video or you can find that. But the tap rooting through to find the next ambassador, that's the whole point. Right? That's important. Okay, I will say, has anybody felt like there's been a little bit of spiritual warfare or you've been attacked? Maybe some people didn't even get to make it here because of flight delays, cancellations.
You've been attacked? No, let me clear this up. And I'm going to speak in maybe in a condescending kind of way. The company is responsible for what they are selling to the customer and having the distributor sell for them. The company, Q Sciences, in case you forgot, is the company that you're a contractor with. They're responsible for what happens and what ends up in the product. And a former rep that was yeeted by your company because they didn't like the fact that she said, hey, I think there's THC in your product. Them saying go pound sand, her making a post and her going to the company in private first isn't a spiritual warfare situation. It's an accountability situation. And it is one that Q Sciences is trying to smear them over when they should be looking in the mirror and saying, how do we make sure that our customers can trust us and depend on us, that whatever we say is in the product is in the product? And we get to do that, and we get to be the ones to, one, take the beating of that when we fuck up. And it shouldn't be a situation where we're going to behave in such an unethical way and smear other people and teach our top leaders to smear other people because of something we did, because we're trying to take attention away from our bad behavior. Okay? What spiritual warfare about this? It's Q Science's issue.
There's some stuff going on, right? It always happens for some reason, leading up to an amazing breakthrough, a really big impact that we're about to create. I've seen it over and over and over in my career. It just 2 days ago, I had this crazy, pinched nerve in my neck. I don't know what it was. And unfortunately, it was not doing what you all think I probably was doing. And I wish I could say it was that. But unfortunately, it was very sad. I was just changing my bra. But anyways, and I could not turn my neck. Frank drove us, and I was crying over every bump. I mean, it was awful. So weird. Some kind of weird, Anyways, and then today had a little bit of a big allergy attack. So neck and nose, the 2 4-letter words I don't love. And I think oftentimes, where's my friend Cheryl Pop? She sent me a message today, somewhere over there. Cheryl Pop sent me a message.
Number 8.
And it really resonated with me because I thought, gosh, right before really big things, especially here in Q, right? There's just these trials and tribulations and negativity and toxic people and random weird stuff.
Negativity, toxic people, and random weird stuff. What is random about the loyalty that a former rep had to Q Sciences and going to them in private and saying something is wrong? Can you make sure to tell people who are in the military, who are first responders, who are in the medical field, who may lose their job if they fail a drug test, to stop taking this product immediately because we think there's something wrong? There's THC in this. Because we can honestly tell you we wouldn't have come to you if it was an us issue and not a product issue, because we've been diligent. We're top leaders in your company. We've been taking your products I don't know, religiously, if that's the correct word to use here. And Q Scientist said, no, you're probably taking too much and that's why you failed your drug test. Excepting when they go and they send the same product, not the same bag, but the same product to a lab to get tested, and it pops for THC, and it has even less CBD in it than it's supposed to. What do you do then, Q? That's not negativity. That is the consequences of potentially Q's own behavior. And you cannot then say, oh, wow, there's haters coming against us. No, there's people speaking up and saying, please don't lose your job by failing a drug test when you can avoid taking this product. And by the way, Q Sciences isn't doing what they're supposed to and recalling the product. So that's not negativity. That's not weird. That's not people speaking out against you. It's about speaking out against a product, and they are trying to hold a company accountable who refuses to hold themselves accountable. This is making me so mad.
That does happen, unfortunately. And I've been taught, and maybe you've been taught, to not be overcome by evil.
Shit.
Right?
I don't think so. I don't think so, because her kid is 11. She's only been in Q for 5 years. Her older daughter's 10, she's turning 11. So I think she had already had her kids by the time she was in Q.
But overcome evil with good.
Why don't you overcome the naysayers like Tylenol did when they recalled their product, when there was somebody poisoning their product, and they said, you know what? We're going to spend as much money and do the right thing to save people and to protect people. And why don't you do what Tylenol did in the 80s? That was good. Recalling a product that potentially could make people fail drug tests, that falls into the good category. Why do I want to name call? I'm so mad. I'm not going to name call. Everyone knows she's referencing Tara, and it is a misplaced. She's misplacing and she's misunderstanding the situation. How do you not see this, Mariel? Or someone on Mariel's team? I shouldn't care. And again, someone who's not in Q, you can say, oh, you're just being a hater. You're just trying to do content. Listen, as somebody whose spouse, they can lose their job if they fail a drug test, lose their retirement, lose our health insurance with a one failed drug test. And we are hyper focused on not taking any supplements, because you never know. And especially nothing from a multi-level marketing company, and keeping things separately so nothing could ever potentially happen, because it's a big deal in jobs to fail a drug test. Are multi-level marketing companies doing drug tests? No. Because they don't give a shit. Independent contractors aren't getting drug tested because they're independent contractors. So people lose their jobs by failing a drug test, and when they lose their job, when they didn't realize they were on something that would make them fail, that's the issue. I don't have an issue with THC. I have an issue with someone who didn't know they were taking THC, and then going and failing a drug test. That's the issue. I feel very upset about dosing people without their knowledge. Yeah.
And the good that we do in Q far surpasses any of that bull.
What's bullshit? What bullshit are you talking about? What Tara and Mike said? And then there's also people in the comments of that post who said, oh yeah, I failed a drug test too. What? What's bullshit about someone telling the truth? People and doing anti-MLM content, not that we're a part of a group, not that we are associated and are under the a governing body so that our behavior is monitored. But people who do anti-MLM content shouldn't care more about Q Sciences potentially dosing people with THC than Q Sciences cares. Q Sciences should care more than we do. Q Sciences should advocate for their products being exactly what they say they're supposed to be. Then people doing anti-MLM content should care. People who are at the top ranks should say, no, we're going to take a stand. And guess who lost all of their income because they spoke up? Tara and Mike. Guess who got rewarded because they kept their mouth shut? Brandon Stevens. So say what you want to say, make all the jokes you want to make, be cute. It's not cute when you're gaslighting the shit out of people.
I could say it. Jew's even wearing
Erin Harrow. She just dropped Tara's name.
ears. I could probably say the word. I can say it anyways. Yeah, he knows me. Poor kid. So you have a choice to go out and make a really big impact, launching people correctly, relaunching your business, overcoming evil for good. These products are impactful. They do make a difference. The extra bit of money does make a difference in people's households. Yep. I know that 1,000%.
Oh, 1,000%?
I would say the biggest.
1,000%? Really? Okay.
Hardest thing I've gone through, well, not me personally, but one of the hardest challenges, I think, coming into this event. This is my dear friend, Nikki Black. She got an award today. She's never missed a convention. 5.5 years. She's a ride or die. She's an OG. More importantly, my friend of 20 years. She wants to be here so badly, and she just had her drains removed from double mastectomy, and she's in her hospital recovering, and she's watching from home, from her bed, healing, saying she can't believe she's not here.
I think that most of the people should take a step back and say, I hope you wouldn't be there. I hope you recover quickly. I hope that you that you heal fast. You don't need to be here. We'll miss you, but like literally you don't need to be here. Dear God.
And to me, this is what we do here in Q. We have the most special family and culture, and we do face opposition.
What opposition are you talking about? The FTC? People saying in private, coming to a company out of respect and saying something is wrong, can you please recall this? And them saying, no, it's probably with you. It's probably your issue. It's probably you taking too much product. And then when they go in and they send the product out to get tested, and it actually shows there's THC in there at high amounts, and then Q still says, oh, it's probably an untrustworthy lab. Are you serious? Opposition? You mean people who you used to be friends with, who was on your team, who told the truth, and then they are now classified as Scientology says, a suppressive person, so then they get reamed and slimed on social media because you don't want people to listen to what they have to say? Guess what? A good opportunity and a good product can stand up to scrutiny. And if there's nothing wrong with the product, then it should outlast the scrutiny. And if the scrutiny is true, then Q Sciences should have done something.
Every step of the way, but there's so much good happening. She got an award for being one of the biggest customer getters, top 10 in the entire company. So I say, put on the whole armor that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil.
Oh my God.
Launch your people, launch them well. I love you all, and thank you so much.
What? Are you Mariel? 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 What? It's not even a buzzword bingo. She's talking about a Bible verse, putting on the full armor of God. Yep. The whole armor of God. I'll read it. I'm warning, I'm going to read the Bible. Okay. Armor of God Bible verse. Ephesians 6:11 through 13. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness in this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Can I just gently say this? Q Sciences sells products. They sell supplements that are relatively unregulated. Okay? They are in charge of the setting stuff up so that the factories can make what they need, and then getting the products to their distribution facility, and then distributing the products to the customers. And because their name is on the product, they're responsible for what's inside the product for the most part, inside the packaging for the most part. So we're in reality at this point. And when you make a mistake and THC shows up in your CBD product that's supposed to have less than 0.3% THC in it, and it shows up with 3.5 of Delta 8, that's not a spirituality, principalities, fighting against Satan issue. That's a you issue, Q. That's a production issue. That's a distribution issue. That's maybe even wherever you're getting the products from, and there's an issue and there was a problem with what's actually going into your product. That's a quality control issue. That's a measurable, reality-based issue. And they're going to say, oh no, it's the enemy. Quote unquote, the enemy. Doing what? I don't understand. Yes, against flesh and bud. Yes, that was a Freudian slip, and it was a perfect pun, because I think that is also, isn't bud a term for marijuana? Yep. It was also me not enunciating correctly. So. You know what Q Sciences should have done? Fix their broken link that shows the CBD testing. It would have been that easy. And why didn't they? Because it probably showed that it wasn't what was supposed to be in that product. Bud is definitely a word for weed. Oh, the next verses / paragraphs mention not assuming everything needs the armor of God and to save it for the darkest of times. Oh, I want to read that part. Okay. Who knew I'd be reading the Bible right now? Okay. Ephesians 6. We'll just do 6. We'll do the whole chapter. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. Don't worry. 6:11 through 13. Therefore, put on the full armor of God. Stand firm. Then with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to this, take up the shield of faith with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep praying for all the Lord's people. Pray also for me. Maybe I missed it. Where's the part? I don't know the Bible like AA does. Yeah, they do cherry pick the phrases. Well, that was episode 1 million of Q Science's fuckery. Oh wait, that's not what this is called. Q Science's it was supposed to be about the sleep spray. I'm gonna do the sleep spray another time. I got distracted when I was getting this together. It was Mariel Filippone, Tara's upline talking about launching, and it was twisty as hell. Oh, thanks, Zaya. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either, Lynn. For sure, I'm not. Bud is absolutely the most common term for weed. Oh my god. I bet Ray Ray knows this Bible verse. Yup. Indeed he does. I am potentially going to be back later tonight, depending on when my spouse comes in. He is flying in. I will be streaming on Saturday for sure, and I'm just gonna work around what he wants to do. And if he wants to work out, I'll be streaming. If he wants to do, like, he wants to go run and stuff like that. So oh no, Shelby, we're just ending. Ray pretends to know his Bible verses. Not only that, the conference was twisty as heck. We did like 10-hour streams a day and then a 5-hour stream on Saturday because I didn't want to postpone book club. So we did a 5-hour stream on Saturday and we missed most of John Maxwell. So I'm waiting for stuff to get sent to me, if that makes sense. But they're up for members. The only reason they're still up for members and not everyone else is because I don't want to lose the chance of the person sending me the stuff, if that makes sense. So and then if I get it, if there's no issues, I'm giving all of the content to all of people who make anti-MLM content. So I'm gonna say this one thing, and because there's so many people leaving comments, and I'm not doing a community post. I'm just going to read one thing that I wrote as a response, and I am saying this specifically about JLW. I, at this point in time, am not going to be doing videos about her. I'm not going to be doing videos about her passing away. Other people may do that. I am just doing what's best for me. I create content that addresses unethical business practices, unethical recruiting practices, fighting health misinformation, and, critiquing PowerPoint presentations. I think it's important to clarify with everybody that I work independently. There's no higher authority guiding my actions or telling me what to say or what to do. Occasionally, I collaborate with others, and I love doing that. I love promoting other people in the anti-MLM space. I feel like my track record for sharing creators is pretty strong, and also collaborating with other people. And I do enjoy doing that, and I'm not part of an organized group bound by specific rules. Instead, I do my best based on my own beliefs and personal experiences. I've personally experienced the impact of cancer, having lost multiple family members, and one of the deaths pretty much changing the way that the family unit worked permanently, and the loss of relationships. I was sick from Thursday night until Monday morning, where I couldn't even sit up. I knew of the news of what happened. I didn't make any content over the weekend, and I did make a statement to a members only stream where I answered questions about how I would handle the Jesse Lee Ward content moving forward. and it was not a comprehensive tell-all video, I am okay with getting the heat from not saying anything because I'm doing what I feel is right for me. What I said was I'll keep all of my Jessie Lee Ward videos available for viewing, but I will be disabling monetization due to the influx of new people seeking information about her passing out of curiosity. As for other creators, I genuinely don't concern myself regarding Jessie Lee Ward content or their Jessie Lee Ward content. Recently, I made one statement to someone else because of the deathbed situation, and I still stand by that. I am not part of Jessie Lee Ward's family or friends who are devastated that she passed away. While I'm sad, I'm not part of her family, and I, out of respect for their mourning process, I'm going to, for me, for what feels right for me, refrain from creating a video about the topic, at least for now. And I want to say this firmly and calmly and sincerely and be as direct as possible. So, and if you read my comments other places, I hope that you can read them the way that I talk, because I can be direct and calm at the same time. I can be direct and have a different opinion than someone else and not say it out of spite or anger or whatever. I can be like I'm saying it right now. So I'm going to keep putting I know the bed I've made and that I get to lay in it now because I've made lots of Jessie Lee Ward content, and I'm going to be as direct and as I can and leave little pinned comments up when I do streams, and that's how I'm going to be handling it from now on. So I appreciate that y'all are here, and I appreciate if y'all have questions, and I'm going to try to keep pinning these posts. I think there's other creators doing statements. Okay. With my experience having lost people to cancer, I'm not doing it right now. I'm not doing a post. If you think that's bad of me, as calmly and as directly as I can say, I don't care. She has passed away. And the members know how I feel about it. And that's all I can say. So, thank y'all for being here, and I will see you on the next live stream. Doodles. Wait, where's my outro?